a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father.
Mm.
My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing.
Mm.
I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, you know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
You know, and it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
How'd he call himself?
a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Well.
Another setup by the host.
I mean, these cats they getting set all the way up.
Got him. Like,
#1 trending.
hey, people about to know my show. They about to know my
They
show
finna
tonight.
know my show. We finna get our sub count up. Okay, so look, there's a lot to unpack here. Look. You got to tread carefully here. You got to tread carefully. Because what he just said sounded like some 1950s Mad Men shit.
God dang.
Where you come out and if your wife comes out the kitchen, you start beating her with a sock full of soap. Like, why is he saying something that's just so obviously not the case in 2022? I mean, it just doesn't, you don't want to die on that hill, my friend, because there's bodies all at the top of that hill, strewn out everywhere.
Yeah.
Of cats who tried to bring this kind of mentality into the modern age, because it's just not the case. Look, those times are gone. Those times are not now. Like he said, a woman needs to know when to be quiet. I mean, come on, bro. You know what's going to happen when you say something like that in this society.
Right. Like,
they are going to roll you out of this motherfucker. You're going to get rolled. And not only that, like, okay, look, he starts off.
Read the room.
Yeah, read the room. I mean, look, he starts off saying he learned how to be a man from his dad and his parents been together, yada, yada. Okay, that's cool. That's your family. That's your history. Now, tell us what you think about women now. And he just proceeds to just, some cats don't need a mic in front of them. You don't need to be asked. They don't need to be getting interviewed about things of a societal nature, because they just, and it looked like he can't
help himself.
Huh?
He just can't help himself.
And he really kind of went to that spot. And I'm going to play it back a little bit here. He went to that spot and kind of in a side about way, he starts mocking the whole bad bitch thing. Like,
there was a time I thought he caught himself for a split second.
I thought he was like, oh, well, you know what? Actually, not. I don't really mean that.
I thought he had the pocket presence to avoid the sack.
You got to step up in the pocket, Cam. You got to step up.
Dump it off to the check down, and
check it down to the running back. The safe bet. Don't throw it into double coverage. He threw that mug 40 yards down the field in the double coverage on 1st and 10.
Years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household. My mom, my father, and my grandmother, and I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch.
That's where he got.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Yeah.
A bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
When you're being asked a question about things like, women and their place in society now,
Can you expound on that?
and they ask you to explain the difference, you need to think about what you're about to say, my friend. You need to think about it. You can't just shoot off at the mouth without having actually thought it through.
I might have slapped the mic out of his, oh God, what happened?
I would have, if I was his agent, I would have tripped over the whole table and just knocked everybody's
pulled the
mics off.
plug.
Oh, sorry, folks. Oh, man. I mean, just listen to him.
Woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this.
See, right there, he's already messed up. He didn't even really define it. He didn't even really give like an explanation of what a bad bitch is. Like, there's a lot of different, and again, we're saying this in the scope of what Cam is trying to label it as. So, a bad bitch. Now, in the urban slang, a bad bitch is a woman who is taking care of her business, independent, maybe even a business owner, doing well for herself. She probably, has a family as well. So it's like kind of like the guy who's got his family and working and providing. It's the same thing, but on the other side in a sense. But also they're, not absent from the culture. They're not absent from from the world's like the happenings. They're not stuck in the house. They're not stuck in the kitchen. They're actually able to multitask this thing and be in both realms at the same time. Like that is what a bad bitch is.
I mean, like Beyonce said, like, independent woman.
That's what they are. You know what I mean? Like they're independent. They're autonomous. They're self-sufficient.
Able to be in both lanes if I so choose.
Exactly. So, in a sense, that is the only thing he probably should have talked about.
Right.
Because that would make sense. You'd be like, okay, that's a grown woman. But no, he decides he must go on and he must continue. He must be the intellectual in the room and explain to everybody the perspective that they're missing in this whole discussion.
I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
What? No, that's what they're doing. They're acting the part. That's exactly what they're doing. That's why it doesn't make sense that he is just kind of like completely flubbed this into an incoherent, misogynistic to a point diatribe that really doesn't it's not a good look for him.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
damn it!
It's okay to use the phrase if that's in the, if that's,
he's not even speaking
term.
like, he's not using the right terms. He's not speaking about this. He's really not saying anything, to be honest. He's kind of just, it's a word salad is what they call it in the political world. He's saying a lot of things without saying anything at all, because he still has not really given you a clear picture of what a bad bitch is.
And like the week of all weeks where he had the shining fucking example to use, what's a bad bitch? We just saw one, get appointed.
You know what I mean?
As bad as it gets right there.
You know what I'm saying? We just got a female Supreme Court justice just got appointed just last week. I mean, that would be like, yeah, that's a bad bitch.
We got one helping, we got one as vice president. It's
we got a vice president, a female vice president. And you can go there and say that. Like, those are examples. Those are
these
are things out there for you, buddy. Like, come on.
They're doing some of the greatest shit that's ever been done. Enough said. I don't have to mock anybody. I could just two of the most powerful people in the world right now.
And it's like, I mean, I don't, man, some people, it's like the old saying goes, it's better to be quiet and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Right? Yeah.
And look at it. You got the shades, the hat, the feather. He look like an old pimp out the 70s. He said, yeah, we finna put these girls to work, y'all. We finna get that cheddar, that cheese guap.